Advisory Council of Fudan University's China Institute. Dr. Li, the floor is yours.
We're having this discussion about democracy at a rather precarious moment for democracy. I look around, everyone seems to be saying democracy is in trouble. Okay, the American think tank Freedom House, which seems to define democracy for everyone, this year the Freedom House, their annual Freedom in the World report, it says the global decline in democracy has accelerated. It says that even the US democracy has declined significantly in the past decade. I read media reports that the US is organizing a gathering of the world's democracies. According to reports, that there are 108 countries and regions on the invite list. I did a quick check on these democracies and how they're doing with one of the most pressing challenges in the world today, the COVID pandemic. Now, these 108 democracies consist of 56% of the world's population, but had cumulative COVID deaths of 4.2 million, which is 82% of the world's total. The supposed target of this gathering, China, who is not invited, of course, has 1.4 billion people and 5,697 deaths. We can see why so many people are pessimistic about the state of democracy. Now, maybe it will be to your surprise, I am not so pessimistic about democracy. I am rather optimistic. I'm a businessman. I like results. How about let's measure democracy not by procedures, but by outcomes? Democracy's normative goal must be to deliver satisfaction to a vast majority of the people. What good are elections if they keep producing incompetent leaders? What good is an independent judiciary if it only protects the rich? What good is freedom of the press, or freedom of speech for that matter, if they corrode societies with divisions and dysfunction? What good is individual rights if it results in millions of avoidable deaths in a pandemic? Now, perhaps we can work on developing a set of measurements that show which countries are generating more democratic outcomes. How satisfied are most people with their country's leadership and directions? How cohesive is your society? Are people living better than before? Are people optimistic about their futures? Since we're speaking with a United Nations group, I'd like to quote recently the American scholar Anne-Marie Slaughter, who recently wrote in the New York Times that the United States should accept at least the possibility that other forms of government could be better. She further suggested, as a new measure of good government, we evaluate which countries are doing a good job at achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. What a great idea. I'd like to use this opportunity to say that it is high time that we end liberalism's monopoly on democracy and let more forms of democracy flourish. Thank you.